Welcome to this new moon in Virgo yin yoga sequence. This class was designed to help you connect with your inner wisdom, nurture your body and heart, and also help you set intentions for this lunar cycle. We are working with the goddess Hestia, and she is the goddess of the hearth. She's the keeper of fire. Okay, but what Hestia does is she reminds us of the importance in building stability and warmth within ourselves. And then, as within, so without, right? So we find that we cultivate that inside of ourselves, and hopefully that begins to become reflected in our external environment. If you think of your body as your temporary home for your soul, she is the hearth and she's helping you ignite that flame, ignite that warmth, ignite that nurturing vibe. Okay. So, just a gentle reminder, this is a yin yoga class, which means it is slow, it is quiet, it is introspective, and we will hold shapes on our mats anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. The practice is designed to support feminine energy. Okay, nurturing, receptive, and intuitive, and help us connect with, again, our inner fire and reflecting on how Hestia helps us embody that energy. Virgo is an earth sign, and it's a sign that's known for its logic, its clarity, its ability to see things with such precision, and not just see things with precision, but speak with precision. They are uh, ruled by the planet Mercury. So you might know a Virgo or two who can see something very clearly, can organize it in such a way, and then speak about it as well. And it just like, they always make sense. They're always so smart. I do love me some Virgos. But you don't have to be a Virgo to experience Virgo's energy, okay? The earth energy, that grounded energy. We can all tap into it if we want. Right now, or very soon on the 22nd, right? Yeah, the 22nd, I believe, 21st or 22nd. The sun will be in Virgo. So if we think about the sun and the earth orbiting around it, okay, that's the energy that will be affecting the planet for the next month or so. And again, it's available to all of us to tap into and create better lives for ourselves in the process. But, if you need grounding and you need to earth yourself a bit, this is a fantastic energy for you to tap into. So we can all benefit from it and we can all use it to our advantage if we want. Okay. I'm not making you do anything you want or you don't want to do. For this class, you will need a bolster or a cushion from your couch. We will be doing supported balasana for sure. I know that. You might decide you'd like a blanket or two, maybe some support under your head. You might want to throw a pillow or two from your couch, a blanket to cover up with at the end of your class. And I think that covers it. So let's settle in, let's make ourselves comfortable, and let's allow ourselves to be held by this practice. I'll see you on your mat. All right, so let's begin by placing the left hand over the heart space and the right palm over the womb, the space between your pelvic bowl. And we'll gently bring our eyes closed. I invite you just to start with noticing the breath. So feeling as the abdomen expands, the air comes in, the chest expands, and then exhaling, noticing that the abdomen draws in toward the spine and everything sort of deflates. Being with that for just 3 to 5 breaths. And with every breath, imagine drawing warmth and clarity into your body. Filling your mind and softening your heart. And if envisioning it doesn't suit you or doesn't feel right to you, just say the word warmth, clarity. Just repeat that with every breath. Maybe breathing in the word warmth and exhaling the word clarity. And then just allow the breath to return to its normal rhythm. And we'll set our intention for tonight's practice or whenever you're doing this practice. Maybe it's with the new moon on Saturday, maybe it's anywhere in between there or after. And you're welcome to take on this intention or create one for yourself if you already have one in mind, okay? So tonight's intention, we're keeping it very simple. The intention to rest, to release, and to realign. I invite you just to bring a gentle smile to your face. Keep the tongue soft. Allow the lower jaw to part from the upper. And when you feel ready, you can gently blink the eyes open. We're going to make our way into supported balasana, child's pose. So if you've done yoga with me in the past, you know I keep my little notes on my phone. Don't judge me too harshly. All right, so for supported balasana, we will begin by bringing the big toes together behind. So they are touching, as you can see. I'm making a space between the legs here, and then I'm going to come to sit on my heels. Okay. If sitting on your heels isn't working for you, that's okay. Take a rolled up blanket and you can place it either behind the knees or along, like behind the ankles, like the Achilles part of your foot. And we're going to grab hold of the bolster, bring it really close to you, close to the inner thighs here, and then just allow your body to drape over the top of the bolster. The head's going to fall in whatever direction feels good to you. I will set our timer here for 3 minutes. I will talk a little bit, but mostly it's quiet practice, okay? So if I get silent, know that I didn't forget about you. If it goes on to be like 15 minutes and you haven't heard from me, check on your computer's your computer settings to make sure this video didn't freeze. Anyway, come down, take a load off, lay your head, rest your head. So this pose encourages introspection, grounding, and attention to inner detail. This is supportive of Virgo energy because it helps with Virgo's discerning energy to turn inward and with compassion. If you find your mind wandering, you can always come back to that beginning mantra / intention. Breathe in warmth, breathe out clarity, whatever works for you today. If your head is in one direction, feel free to place the chin down gently on the bolster and then switch sides and allow the opposite cheek to rest. Let's take a deep breath in together. We'll exhale, gently bring the chin to rest on the bolster, and then use the hands to start peeling your torso up until you find your way back up seated. And we'll move the bolster off to the side for now. We're going to make our way onto our bottoms, our sits bones, bringing the legs straight out in front, adjusting clothes as you see fit or need to. Perfect. Okay, moving into caterpillar shape. You might want to do some variations on this. One would be to keep a little bend in the knees as we fold over the tops of the legs and reach for the ankles or the feet or the toes or whatever have you, okay? That's an option. Another option would be to use your bolster. So you could place the bolster behind your knees for, a little support that way. If you find you're rounding out through your back, find a blanket to sit on. You can sit on the edge of the blanket. That will help sort of gently bring the hips forward, and that will help you elongate through the spine. Okay, so options there. I'm not using anything, so we're going to bring both arms up on the inhale. And then exhale, just start hinging forward at the hips. I recommend stopping at about your 60% mark. The longer we are in this pose, the more your body will open up and allow, and you can start gently walking the hands out further and further till you find your sweet spot. So this particular posture is supportive of of Virgo energy because it encourages self-reflection and release of mental clutter. Virgo energy thrives in mindful surrender and body awareness. So as we hold the posture, just let your body soften and breathe into each vertebra, inviting in clarity and calm. You might decide that you'd like to inhale, come up, and then exhale. See if you can sink just a little bit deeper, melt just a little bit more into this pose. Perfect. And we'll take a deep breath in together and exhale, just slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. The head and the neck will come up last. And we're going to find our way down onto our backs. So you might decide you want to roll down gently or come all the way down. I'm going to just sort of adjust my mat here. Once you find yourself on your back, feel free to do a little windshield wiper motion with the knees to kind of help release the lower back. And okay, still works. Bring the right knee up. Go ahead and hug and squeeze the knee into your chest. And you're welcome to keep the left foot planted if you want, or bring the left leg long down onto the mat. And just take a moment here, just feeling the pull of the upper body, the surrender of the lower body, and keeping hold of the left knee with the right hand. We're going to bring the left arm out behind you. So it's either going to be a goalpost arm or a T, and slowly start bringing the left knee over toward the right side of the space for a supine twist. So Virgo rules the digestive system. This posture detoxifies the body and mind and promotes mental clarity, emotional organization, and circulation of life force energy. That all of that benefits Virgo, by the way. And then in this pose, inviting in Hestia's hearth. So feeling that warmth and that healing, each exhale, a cleansing breath, each inhale, a return to balance. A few more breaths here. Noticing where the mind goes, calling it back gently and compassionately. Coming back to the energy of warmth, the energy of detoxifying, mental clarity, breath. And we'll take a deep breath in here and exhale, just gently bring the body back to center. You might want to bring the soles of the feet onto the mat and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side before setting up for twisting supine twist on the opposite side. So this time the left leg will either come down long onto the mat, or you can keep a bend in the knee with the sole foot planted. Right knee comes up into the chest. We hug and squeeze the leg in. Feel the surrender of the lower body, the strength of the upper body. Right arm comes out long or in our goalpost, and then we exhale over toward the left side of the space. I'm going to set up our timer. I'm feeling Hestia's hearth inside. And we'll take one more deep breath in here and exhale. Gently bring yourself back to center. Let's go ahead and place both hands on the knees and just draw little circles on the ceiling. This helps to massage the lower back. Switch up the circle when you see fit. And we'll roll over onto our right side for just a moment. So we're in this fetal pose for just a second. Take the left hand and gently press it into the floor or the mat beneath you. The head and the neck are going to be the last things up as we make our way back up into a seated posture. Perfect. From here, you might decide this is where you'd like to have a blanket for a little bit of support on the knees. But we will come to our hands and knees posture, our tabletop pose, okay? So the hands are directly under, wrists directly under shoulders, knees directly under hips. The core is active here, so the navel is drawn in toward the spine and the pelvic floor is lifted. Okay, so we'll take a deep breath in together and exhale. Tilt the pelvis forward as we round out through the spine here. Find your cat pose. Inhale up, find cow. Exhale, round out for cat. Two more times like this, inhaling, coming up for cow. One more time after this. Exhale, round out. Inhale, find your cow. And then come back to center. Beautiful. Let's walk the hands out pretty far in front of you. I'd say it's at least 3 or 4 palm lengths in front. Okay, so this pose is a little different than child's pose. We are getting into the heart, the chest, and finding our way into melting heart pose or puppy pose. So basically, hands are out in front. We're stretching fingertips toward the front of the mat. And then you're going to slowly start melting the chest down to the floor. The head and the neck, the head, rather, the forehead rests on the mat. Now, there are some variations to this. The biggest thing I want to mention is that the hips stay up. So unlike child's pose where the hips go back, we're keeping the hips up and really focusing on just melting the chest and the heart down to the mat. If this is a little too much, feel free to rest on the bolster. That can be very helpful to take out some of that tension. Otherwise, we are here for 3 minutes. Enjoy. So this is a terrific pose in supporting Virgo energy. Virgos can have a tendency of being very self-critical. So this posture opens the heart and the chest and helps you nurture yourself with love and compassion. And while in this pose, I invite you just to imagine Hestia's sacred fire radiating from the chest and filling every cell with warmth and safety. This is your sacred hearth, a place of tender care. Breathe into your heart, letting love and healing flow freely. Let's take a deep breath in and then exhale gently, come up and onto your belly. Just allow your arms to come down long against your sides and rest the chin down on the mat. You can bring the big toes together behind and let your heels splay out. That will help release the lower back. Just kind of a rebound after such an intense pose. Notice any sensations in the arms and the chest and the fingertips, and just taking a moment to be. And I invite you to let the chin rest gently for a moment and then switch sides of, like, let the opposite cheek rest on the mat. Perfect. And we'll bring the chin to rest on the mat once more. Toes point straight behind you. Bring the hands to just underneath the shoulders and slowly start to peel the torso up. And we'll find our way back into a seated pose, setting up for shoelace. So there are there's more than two different ways to do this pose, but I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. You get to decide what works best for you today. Essentially, we're going to start with the right leg on top. So bringing the right foot as up close toward that left hip as possible. It's almost like you're sitting cross-legged, except the left leg is out long in front. Okay. The knees are aligned. So this might feel good to you, and you're welcome to stay just like this. Perfect. All the benefits here. Okay. If you can, or if it's in your practice to take this a little bit deeper, bring the left foot up near the right hip. Intention once more to keep the knees aligned with one another. If you find that this is coming up and you're kind of doing this, that's your body's way of saying not yet. Okay. It doesn't mean never. It just means not yet. And we'll stay like this because, again, all the benefits are here. What you can do from here is hook the left hand in this case into that right ankle and sort of lean over the top of the leg. You're going to feel a little bit of sensation behind the left leg. You're going to feel perhaps a bit more sensation in the right hip. We will be here for 3 minutes, so please find this version of whatever works best for you. You're welcome to bring your eyes closed or keep them open, but keep the gentle gaze, okay? Check in with the face. Are you holding on to tension in the forehead? Are you clenching your jaw? Are your shoulders hunched? Let's bring some softness down through the face, down through the neck. So the Virgo benefit here is that this releases deep emotional tension. We're getting into the hips, okay? It supports groundedness and connects the mind body with earth energy, which is vital for Virgo's analytical and detail focused nature. I told you they're very detail oriented signs. But this posture, during this time, like I said, you don't have to be a Virgo to be benefiting from the energy or feeling the energy. Okay. You might be feeling more self-critical. You might be feeling more analytical. You might be feeling like you're zeroed in on every little detail that maybe you're not typically like that, right? So it's a good thing. It can be a good thing. Um, it becomes it becomes challenging when it's overused, right? We need a balance of everything. So this posture can help kind of balance that vibe. Perfect. Let's take a deep breath in here, and we're going to exhale and hook the hands if they are hooked. The left leg will come out long if it's not already, followed by the right. You can shake out the knees, do a little wiggle of the ankles. Maybe you want to come back onto the hands, do this windshield wiper motion with the knees. Hey, there's some light. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. I bet you didn't see that coming, but we are, because I don't want you walking out of here all hobbled. So the left leg is going to come over the top of the right leg this time. And this side might look and feel different than it did on the other side. So maybe this side, you find that doing this is not such a thing. Or maybe it is a thing and it wasn't on the other side, right? So listen to yourself, nurture where you're at, honor where you're at with love and compassion. Okay. And the body will start to invite you in more and more. The thing about yin yoga is that it really is about letting the body invite you in. It is never about force. Okay, that's masculine vibes, that's masculine energy. Yin is all about receptivity. So we set the stage with where we're at, right? This is the pose, and then the body says, "Okay, let me see if I like this." And then the longer you stay in, it's like, "Okay, okay, you can come in a little more." It's a really beautiful thing. It teaches us a lot about boundaries as well. So, wherever you are, I invite you just to keep the eyes closed. I know I've been chatting away this particular class. I apologize. But while here, I do invite you to tune into the hip space, into the womb space, and I just want you to feel into the warmth. We're going to envision a fire, a cauldron, bubbling, and there's a warmth there that you're tending to. It's a sacred flame inside of you, melting any tension in your hips, melting any tension in the mind. And that warmth travels up through the spine and right into the heart space, reminding you how beautiful and lovely and lovable you are, because, not if, you just are. If you want to just send a little mental I love you body to yourself, please do. Your body wants to hear it. Your cells need to hear it. You are worth loving. You are worth choosing. You are worth everything. Wonderful. And let's take a deep breath in here and exhale. Gently come back up. Bottom leg out first, followed by the top. Shake it out. And we're going to make our way into Shavasana, our final post rest. That came quickly, didn't it? I mean, I hope it did for you. So your Shavasana, you might decide you'd like to have a bolster or something behind your knees for a little extra support on the lower back. You might decide you'd like to have a folded up blanket or a throw pillow from your couch behind your head. And this is where that heating pad might come in nicely if you want to actually bring the warmth to your abdomen, to your womb space. Please do. If you put a little blanket over yourself here, it can feel less vulnerable. So that could be something you want or need today. And we're going to find our way onto our backs. So once you have found your perfect Shavasana, I invite you to flip the palms up toward the sky and allow for a little bit of space in the underarms. So just letting the underarms breathe a little bit, keeping the hands below the heart, but enough space that your underarms can breathe. And we're just inviting softness into the toes, into the ball mounds and the arches of the feet, the heels, the Achilles. And I invite you to envision, if you can, or just intend for that Hestia energy. You might actually envision Hestia at your toes, or just a warmth, a golden energy. And that energy is softening with every breath that you breathe in, beginning with the calf muscles, the knees rather, the knee joints, the quadriceps and the hamstrings. You feel softness in the lower abdomen, the hips, the lower back, the glutes. And that softness travels up your torso. You feel it softening in the chest, the shoulders, the upper arms, the elbow joints, the forearms, the wrists, the hands. And that beautiful golden energy shoots out of your fingertips, igniting everything that you touch. That same softness travels up the neck, into the jaw, softening the tongue, softening the cheeks, the forehead, and it shoots out the crown of your head and envelops you like a cocoon. It feels nurturing and it feels like you belong, because you do. And as you lie in this beautiful cocoon, feeling the weight of the body supported by Mother Earth, thanking her for the energy of Virgo that we can use to help ourselves and to build a better world around us. Giving gratitude for the gift of sight, of clarity, and vision. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana for a bit longer, please do. If you find that maybe you're ready to come out, I invite you just to bring a gentle movement into the fingers and the toes. Make those micro movements, macro movements, start bringing energy into the feet, into the hands, maybe even a full body stretch overhead. And then gently turning over onto the right side for just a couple of breaths. And we'll use the left hand to press into the mat on the floor beneath you and slowly feel yourself up off the mat. The head and the neck will come with less. And find our way into a seated pose. So please, like I said, if you want to stay in Shavasana, please do. We'll bring the hands to heart space in the Anjali Mudra. Connecting thumbs with the heart. And gently tilt the chin down toward the chest. Just honoring the heart's wisdom, honoring your body's wisdom. As we rise from this practice, may you carry the wisdom of Virgo and the warmth of Hestia with you. May your body feel aligned, your mind clear, and your heart full. May the sacred fire within guide you in clarity, compassion, and feminine wisdom. May your days be filled with grounding, nurturing, and gentle precision. Namaste, and blessed be. Thank you.